Hey, y'all. Welcome to WatchaMania. It's your AEW Collision in Atlantic City, New Jersey, May 3rd, 2025. Watchalong and live reactions. I'm your host, AliveTM. How we doing? How's everybody Saturday's been treating them? Ayo, Mercy, Cam, what's up? On the other side of the day we are, from New Japan to AEW. Sooner rather than later, back to New Japan. Yes, how is everybody? Again, I hope your Saturdays have been going well for you. Hope your weekends have been chill and or eventful, depending on what you wanted it to be. But yes, just getting a few moving parts. Few final moving parts in motion, y'all. This card came together a little last second, but I'm looking forward to it. The heavy hitting match that's on the marquee for Triller, at least, is Brody King versus Josh Alexander. That's going to be a hell of a lot of fun. A little too much sun today, yo. But hey, a tan don't hurt, you know? A little tan goes a long way, I say as the pale boy I am. Yes. Yo's in curtain, we got you, fam. Good to see you, EO. Hope you're doing well. Hey, lads, unite. Yes, y'all. Curtain. It's where we sidecast anything we are watching along to if you're looking to catch the show, or in the case of AEW, a commercial-free version of the show, provided you're not viewing it internationally through Triller like us. But yes, just an extra option there. And of course, for anything we watch along, that be in New Japan, that be ROH, pay-per-views, so on and so forth. Of course, leave us a thumbs up, by the way. Forgot to call for that. Thumbs up, gang. Boys not biz, but if you... Boys not biased, but if you're bi, you too can be a part of the Pale Club. It's a subsect. Fix my sleep schedule, so finally able to make it back. Nice. I'm glad you're able to get that sorted out. I feel like you're one of the folks who every now and then their sleep schedule will fall a little too off kilter, be up a little too late at night, a little too regularly. I went through those phases myself. That's why I say that. From like 16 to 21, I would just be like, yeah, let's just stay up all night, every night. Why not? But yeah, we got ourselves a couple women's matches here tonight. Megan Bayne back on the scene. She'll also be on GCW tomorrow, but tonight she's going to be facing off against Harley Cameron. Poor Harley Cameron. Pray for her. She needs it. Toni Storm also in an Eliminator match against Lady Frost. I'm here for that. Hey there, Hassan. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, friend. Hope it's been a good one to you. So excited. Yes, I hope it's a good one to you, fam. I hope you get to enjoy it the way you want to. Booking into Mox's music. Mox is going to be on the show tonight, by the way. He'll be coming out to address... we'll hear from him. I don't know what he's going to be specifically addressing. I imagine it's going to be Samoa Joe and the fact that he keeps getting choked out by Joe. Speaking of GCW, I forget that Mox is a former GCW champion. It was such a perfect fit. But yes, hey there, Garner. How goes? Welcome in. Yeah, it's looking like a solid card. We don't have 8 matches lined up, but something tells me that we're effectively going to get 3 matches out of that 2 out of 3 falls. FTR versus Paragon, 2 out of 3 falls, by the way. Yo, we got Paragon 2 out of 3 falls. We got FTR 2 out of 3 falls, and they're against each other. Oh, no. This is awesome. Black and Gold, peak Black and Gold tag team wrestling is about to be shown before our very eyes. Maybe it doesn't mention people what they do release. I mean, they kind of do both. But yeah, We did enough of that talking on the Discord. Of course, we can keep the conversation going over there, but we want to try and not talk too much about the WWE releases that already dominated the news cycle for WWE alone. I'd rather not get into the AEW news cycle as well. But yes, y'all, we're going to get this show on the road. If you get some buffering, don't mind it. It should be brief if all goes according to plan. We are trying to get ourselves that commercial-free version of the show we talked about. Can't do that here in the States. So just a moment for the buffering, and it should be all good to go after. Alrighty. It is looking like we're starting off with Adam Cole, Bayne coming on down to the show. You know, WatchMania, I'm doing pretty good, Nathan. Very excited for Collision myself. I love Dynamite and Collision for different reasons, right? Dynamite because it really has just carved out its place in my heart. It reignited my passion for pro wrestling back in 2019 in a way never did before. But then there's also Collision, which kind of feels like an ode to a time that I am fond of, even though I wasn't a wrestling fan at the time. And that is like 90s Saturday pro wrestling. I always say the WCW Saturday night vibes live strongly through AEW Collision. Sorry for the rant, but yes, as you can tell, I am excited. Oh, he got right there. Yo, look at this venue, though. They got the big ramp for this one. Oh, baby. Also, I kind of like those Paragon colors. No mercy. The other shows today, nobody has time, but it feels like WrestleMania Week Part 2. Hex getting flashbacks. But you're not wrong, though, because literally an hour after the show ends, we're going to be hitting GCW Crazy, Scary, Spooky, Hilarious up. Where's he going? Was that it? Was that it? Hi, I'm here. Hey there, everybody. It's great to see you. On my way. And then, yes, that GCW show should end right around the time that Wrestling Dontaku Night 2 starts over on the WM Plus channel. Well, yeah, looks like we're opening up with our Eliminator match. What the fuck is Toni doing here? She has an Eliminator scheduled for tonight. It's one of the first matches announced for the show. There's Adam getting out, sir. No, I think his thing was just like, "Hi, I'm here." He does his entrance. "Hey, yo, what's up, everybody?" And exit stage left. Mm-hmm. 13 wins in her past 17 CMLL matches. Yo, appreciate that. More statistics like that. That helps you invest in people more than you could say looking at their ROH record, for example, when they're coming over to visit and they're putting over other people. Yep. Lady Frost and... Yeah, Lady Frost, I just realized with the ROH themed gear. But yeah, Lady Frost teamed with Taya Valkyrie there. Made me think that she could be a good addition to the Vendetta. Oh, the commentary table is over there. That makes so much more sense. That's where Adam Cole went. Why Adam was there? I'm not sure. Just like, hey, the show isn't on TV, isn't on TNT this week, but you're TNT champion, everybody. But no, it seems like the commentary table is on the far side of the arena over there, behind the crowd, based on where he went, and now he's on commentary.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. She definitely has earned her shot with the chance to face Toni Storm tonight. She's been doing.
Reminds me of that Austin, Texas venue, where they had the commentator behind the first row of the audience. Okay, look with the kip up.
The 60s and 70s, who appeared many times at Madison Square Garden, teaming with legendary Bruno Sammartino, no less.
How about that? And Tierra's finally
Looked like Toni Storm would
Toni had to take a bit of a powder there.
Lady Frost has a great athletic background in gymnastics as well as wrestling.
Does he try to sweep the feet?
Gymnastics, oh, beautiful.
Very impressive by Lady Frost.
You know, gentlemen, I know you both agree.
Yeah, I love that the crowd's here for it.
Part of success in pro wrestling.
Oh,
There's no doubt Lady
she's getting up on the barricade.
Frost coming back here to the States.
She's got the champ reeling. Okay. Yeah, let's go.
It's huge. It gives you all the confidence in the world, the belief in yourself. It is so important, and the momentum she has right now is second to none.
You want to talk about momentum? You got to talk about AEW's debut in Mexico, Grand Slam Mexico Cup.
Kick out.
Guaranteed to be a sellout, Tony. On the 18th of June, it is Grand Slam Mexico. But what a night we've got tonight. Take a look at what's going down tonight.
Frost future title shot, possibly. If she wins this match, she's gonna get one.
Plus, Harley Cameron, Megan Bayne will go one-on-one here tonight, live in Atlantic City. And how about this big matchup? We're talking about some big hitters on this one. Brody King, Josh Alexander.
Toni.
And we will hear from AEW World Champion Jon Moxley. That's all tonight on Collision on the Saturday night on TBS.
Nice bridge. Harley, you poor girl, right? Right. I saw the match card. I'm like, no, why her? Also, hello, Rhea. Welcome in.
Challenging Moxley to a steel cage match in 2 weeks' time on Dynamite. Steel cage, and of course it was signed by Tony Khan later at 1, 2. But I'm not, listen, Jon Moxley is not afraid of Samoa Joe, but he certainly didn't run away when Samoa Joe called him out, so to speak, or hit the
Gets
ring.
pushed, gets demolished. I mean, hey, it's gonna be one of those reverse pushes, you know.
Yeah, right.
Get over by getting your ass beat.
Here's the handspring. Wow. Into a version of a cannonball that time. Yeah, you know, women's champion needs to start to be afraid of some of the offensive Lady Frost. She is stringing.
Yeah, no, this has been all Lady Frost, save for a few blips.
Foot up, did Lady Frost to the midsection.
Okay, to the other side. I don't know why she went all the way over. I guess she can't climb the turnbuckle from the left side of it.
To the top, Lady Frost. We've seen this.
Corkscrew splash, nice.
Top 1, 2, and almost got herself a win.
Guys, we talked about momentum. Lady Frost has been in control a majority of this match.
Just realized that Lady Frost is rocking the dark hair.
I certainly don't want to tempt fate, but you could certainly think that Megan Bayne was in a very similar position against the AEW Women's Champion at Dynasty and let the victory slip away from her.
Good point.
So Lady Frost doesn't do the same here.
Who's the second Eddie? And also Eddie Kingston. He got injured in a match with Gabe Kidd. I don't know if we kick out. There'd be some bridges to be built there. Also, Gabe Kidd, Bullet Club War Dogs.
When you get slammed that hard.
You completely lose your equilibrium. It gets so distracting.
Bayne versus Megan Bayne. I mean, Megan Bayne versus Harley Cameron. I don't know. If you
But she countered.
Megan Bayne versus Anna Jay feels more like Megan Bayne versus Megan Bayne.
All the way around. And down. It's the children's
Spinning air raid crash, nice.
1, 2. But it didn't win the match, and it was a hell of a move. Wow. Is right. Well, Toni Storm has been described as cold,
So when Lady Frost going to be
histrionic, but the Chiller Driller unable to put her on.
no for real. People don't realize how capable and how tenured she really is. Oh, that was a rough German.
To the back of the neck.
Oh, Eddie Thorpe. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I think he'll go back to being what was his name?
What is Toni Storm doing here now?
Oh, look at that face.
I forget what his name was in New Japan. But yeah.
Fans know. Take him over.
Oh, that hip attack. Few big strikes and she's kind of shut her down. What are we doing here? Oh, to the crossface.
TCM chicken wing. It's hooked in tight.
Oh,
With
no.
the body scissors, this has got to be it.
Damn. Well, it wasn't her AEW name. It was just her indie name. But yes, she's going to be Elena Black once again.
At double or nothing, Toni Storm awaits the winner.
Yeah, Toni Storm with a submission victory. Look at her expanding her repertoire.
Jamie Hayter, the winner of that match, double or nothing, will get a world title shot against Toni Storm
Right? I think that was a crossface chicken wing.
A great win for Toni Storm.
I
Great
the
showing
Oscar
for
lock.
Cost as well. What a matchup to kick off Collision.
Absolutely, man. And what a matchup. The champ's got the mic.
This whore you all adore. This slut you
Baron Waltman, yeah, it's been seen throughout wrestling by many people.
This tramp is still the champ. And my God, what a frosty little slop tart. Now I know there's a fresh batch of
No,
slop
slop.
tarts back there, trying to take a shot at this wide load
I
that holds
can't.
the gold. Yes.
She's really getting that slop tart shirt over.
Everyone's coming for Toni Storm, but you've got it all wrong, darling. Toni Storm comes for everybody.
You can't tell. There's
So if your tits can take the hits, then I'm not a hard woman to find. I could be right here.
I hope so, hero. I really hope so.
Over here. Excuse me. I could be right here next to this man. I could be over here. Excuse me. I could be right here with this lovely gentleman.
Hi there.
I could be right here pretending to be asleep.
Pretending to be asleep.
I'm gonna be right here on this bloody Broadwalk.
Where is she going?
Down to the
And one
Broadwalk.
thing I know is for sure. I will be ready. I will be sweaty. I am here and I am queer. And I will always be timeless.
Hell yeah. My champion. I stand.
What a moment. Absolutely magnificent. If there
Beautiful view. Indeed. Wow, the ocean and everything.
There's Jim on the boardwalk, and she's looking out on the ocean here. As we mentioned, we're going to be here
It's everywhere.
Moxley.
She isn't just timeless, she's omnipresent.
When Katsuyori Shibata woke up on Wednesday morning, his fate was already sealed. He may as well have already been in the hospital. There was really nothing you could do about it, Joe, so I don't want you to feel bad that all the people closest to you
Right?
are dropping like flies. You know, I struggle to find reasons to dislike Samoa Joe. I really do. This guy defined professional wrestling for a whole generation of us guys. He deserves the respect he commands. Samoa Joe is beyond reproach. So is Bryan Danielson. Something to think about. Steel cage for the World Championship in Chicago. There's this notion, this idea that I should be scared to step into a steel cage with Samoa Joe. When you're the world champion, every opponent is dangerous. Every match is hard. Every day is hard. I'm going to do what I always do. My job. And I am exceptional
My job.
at my job. You want to lock me inside a steel cage? Lock it. Lock the door, man. This is always how this was going to end. My affairs are in order. But if you subscribe to this notion that I should be scared, well, then you haven't been paying attention, Joe. You better make sure you thought things through.
John Moxley
Well, okay then.
and Samoa Joe in a steel cage.
So I find it interesting, right? Because Beach Break is supposedly supposed to be a 4-hour event, but they're advertising that match for Dynamite, which would theoretically be the first of the two events that would happen. So is there just going to be no Collision? And it just be a 4-hour Dynamite? Or is it going to be two different shows and that just isn't on the second of the two? Hell yeah, yo. John Moxley in steel cage matches hits. Samoa Joe beating Samoa Joe hits. You're all good, Mercy. We're about to oh. I don't think you'll miss the whole match, but what you do miss will effectively be a whole match's worth of action. This one's going to be fast.
Men in all of AEW.
Oh, easily. I mean, the intensity that he brings to the ring is unmatched. The but my God, he's got a mean streak that really nobody wants to.
So Adam Cole's just going to be on commentary the whole night, eh? Mixed reaction.
Accompanied by the natural Dustin Rhodes from Houston, Texas, weighing 203 pounds. He is one half of the Ring of Honor World Tag
I like the gear.
Sammy Guevara.
Sammy Guevara, he and Dustin 259 days as Ring of Honor World Tag
Another record.
Champs. A lot of confidence.
They should have Maria turn on Mox. Grease didn't join the ass with Joe's. Yo, what a twist that would be. My only thing would be like, why?
Yes, he is, and one of the best, most naturally gifted athletes I've seen in all of these.
Out of everybody to turn on the Death Riders, that'd be nuts. But that'd be a pop and a half, that's for sure. But also, what's up, fam? How you doing? I said, how you going?
Fox with an understated charisma. We've seen him more recently on Collision. Last week against Roosh. 3 weeks ago against the next competitor in this matchup, Kevin Knight. Didn't get the results he wanted that night, but because of that, he
Oh, that was your shock factor. You're right. Right, and don't get me wrong, the shock factor could carry it for a bit. Maybe they make some sense out of it. But you got some mileage to clear.
From Atlanta, Georgia, weighing 202 pounds. The champ.
Kevin Knight's something special. On each week, he's been proving that more and more.
on Dynamite. Kevin Knight picking up 100 grand, being on the winning side.
And it's so funny when you find those by accident in pro wrestling, because it's like, when I started watching New Japan, he was just, oh, he's a junior tag guy. Cool. Yeah, he's a lot of fun. Alongside Kushida, hell yeah. I recognize Kushida. And now here we are, 5 months later. He's on AEW. And quite frankly, on a singles run of his career. Starting off with a pay-per-view singles match against Will Ospreay. It's been nonstop. He's going to be in the Super Junior starting next Saturday. He's going to be in the G1 later this year, according to him. 2 contracts between AEW and New Japan.
$100,000 to the winner. Kevin Knight, AR Fox, of course.
I wonder if we're going to start seeing that more. Not just with AEW and New Japan, but like pro wrestlers not having exclusive contracts, but being able to sign deals with multiple promotions, like set deals with them, you know?
It's really, really awesome to see him here in this match.
I
When
drink.
you talk about money, Kevin
Power of
is
mind.
money. This kid is a prodigy. This match in and of itself is going to be amazing.
Fans crashing like you've hit a
Oh!
energy drink.
Clobbered Guevara right off the bat.
Productivity drink that
Also,
increases
high speed,
focus and stamina.
books ground and pound, injure your opponent, shoot style Roosh. To be fair, he is an extremely explosive competitor. Very fast, but you're right. What he is known for is just kind of beating the piss out of you off the script.
Hold on a second. Oh, wow. High-speed collision match from
Oh.
Cole. You beat a number of 4 ways yourself. Tell us about a strategy. Is there any?
It's incredibly difficult to find a
Oh.
strategy because oftentimes you have to make that strategy while you're in the ring. Lots of times all the competitors are completely
Damn it, they don't pop for it anymore.
your moments. 4 ways
Not gonna lie, that was my favorite Roosh bit. For a while when he just...
And oftentimes it's the adaptability.
The imagery of me taking your head and literally punting it for yards. Where's my favorite wrestler's favorite cussing? No, real though, where is he? Haven't seen him in like a week, too long. I'm surprised no one has given him a massive receipt yet. I think it's coming one day. But it's definitely got to be a right person, right time. Kind of thing, because you don't want to just step out of line.
For the best wrestler, I think it's pretty much on display right now.
2 wrongs don't make a right, you know what I mean?
And AR Fox.
At the end of
But, you know, something happens in the moment.
another one here.
You know, it's funny we say that, and I see Guevara, because then it takes me back to when Andrade and Guevara apparently had a fight backstage.
Pick up by Guevara. Floating over that time is AR Fox. Great standing switch by Sammy.
Who aren't going to give him... Yeah, that's exactly it. I think that any newbie who tries to give him a receipt is going to either A, end up in the hospital, or B, have a hard time getting another booking.
Sammy can do.
I've seen him do that before. It never gets old. Just absolutely.
Probably some combination of the two.
Absolutely. It's been a long time since we've seen Sammy here on TBS, but it's great to see him once again. Shoulder to the midsection up on top.
Nice. Excellent evasion from AR Fox. Wise beyond his years, and he has many years under his belt. So smooth? Actually, what was that, though? It was like an outside pump handle hook. All right, sweet. There it is officially. Yes, Collision next Thursday. The next episode of Collision will be on Thursday, not Saturday, which for us WatchaMania folk means we don't got to worry about doing a delayed watch party on Saturday because we got Northern Rising that Saturday. Oh, my God. No. That was a bad landing. Check him. Check him, Bryce. I saw this about to reset for him because he and Julius go ride or dies for reset. Okay. Very fair point, Brad.
Laying it all out there. Cole at this juncture. Who's your favorite?
Oh God, it's tough to say.
He's pulling himself up. He's lifting his arms above his head. That tells me that he's good. You see, this is why having those tough neck muscles, you know, having big traps, having those wide necks, help wrestlers. Shit like that. Bryce, let's check your shoulder, Roosh. I knew he was a little too close to the corner for that spot. The thing with that spot is they hit the buckle, but like they hit it with such impact that they can also grab the rope for a moment and reset themselves so that way when they bounce off, they can land a little safer. But if they don't have the chance to do that, they just bop and then drop. Oh! The way his head stuck to the chair. You see, this is the problem, right? Having Roosh in a match with no DQ by default. Those cables. And here they come, right? Those lime green cables. Green. No. Let's go AEW. Agreed, Robert. Going for the good guys. His it's literally how he said it.
The gates of agony coming up in action shortly. Certainly fit that description.
Absolutely good call on that. We're going to see these two big men coming up.
You do not do two things. Do not shop with European, and you do not shop with team. And then this person.
Who can survive the best wrestler alive? That is still to come tonight.
Most hotly anticipated segments in AEW wrestling history.
Not the name of this segment.
Anticipated segments in AEW wrestling history. Need to adjust your hearing aid, Tony.
Some are booing, some are cheering, but no one can deny Roosh.
This match at this point has completely broken down. They've been fighting outside the ring for some time now, but Roosh in complete control.
Potential strategy.
Ah, kicked the leg out of his leg. Oh no, that was his butt. Straight up kicked his ass.
Out the window once the Viscount of Violence Roosh just tears everyone apart.
Roosh is just, it's hard to say this because Kevin Knight's a man, but he's manhandling.
Yes, Collision will be on Thursday next week. And also, on the 22nd, May 22nd, it will also be on Thursday. May 14th, it will be immediately following Dynamite on Wednesday, as a part of Beach Break. So yes, guys, Collision is going to shake up in the next couple of weeks, but we're going to be keeping up with all of it. And if you're wondering what that means for the ROH watch along on Thursday, still going to do it. Especially because ROH has been like 20-minute episodes lately. 45. I digress. Caught him midair. Hey, there's Hologram in a Collision shirt.
Should have given us a clue. It's Hologram watching this matchup. A man who is
Anytime I'm going to know that having said the excursion to Norwich, can you spell it? No, for real.
absolutely now. AR Fox looking behind him to see where Kevin Knight is up on top.
Imploding senton.
Touches
one of the coolest things. Why next week? Probably because they don't want to deal with being preempted again, and there's a lot more wrestling going on it. There's no partnership or anything, but I want to imagine that MLP has a lot of respect from promoters in North America, because it's a cool promotion trying to get its footing, as well as a lot of history to it. Yo, that's so smooth, and then roll through. Oh! But yes, then we also got NBA playoffs and stuff like that, and if any of the games go to a Game 7, they're going to be preempted, and they probably don't want to go through that again. So yeah, there is that. But yes, MLP Northern Rising is going to be airing normal Collision time next week.
By any means necessary for Roosh, and it's working for him. It's working for him.
Nothing is sacred for Rouge, who's used everything.
We see you easily see it in the AEW in October, November. You see, Takara, I'm kind of in the camp as I hope none. Not because I don't want them to get jobs, but because I think AEW's product doesn't necessarily need any of them, or they don't necessarily fit into it. You know, selfishly, if you were to ask me that question, like, who would I want selfishly to be here? King Coda. Absolutely King Coda. Oh my god, the vaulting! Yo, that was epic. Hell yeah. King Coda, and for that matter, Nixon Newell. Bring them in as a duo. I think there's a whole saga that those two wrestlers can tell together, if you let them. Elena, you see, I don't know about Elena, personally speaking. I've never been the biggest fan of hers, but again, not like a, how dare you sign her kind of things. If they bring her in, I'll be like, all right, let's see what's going on. But speaking of MLP, I think Elena Black would fit very well in that space. Nobody in their women's divisions like her. Meet Shotzi Blackheart and Tegan Knox. I hear that. Shotzi is a great shout. A lot of people are about her. Oh! The Arabian Fly is so sick. Into the 450 right afterwards. Eddie Thorpe, I think, is going to go back to New Japan. Freddie. You know, what was his name? I can't remember. But yeah, I think he'll go back to New Japan. Anyways, that's enough talk to the WWE releases. Again, we got the Discord for off-topic discussions if anybody's trying to have those. I need to cut myself off because I could also get lost in the conversation.
Sure does. This is a huge moment within this matchup.
Some distance on that swan dive, but no cigar. GTH en route.
But still.
Yeah, it's car. I hope that doesn't come off rude or anything. I do apologize if it did. But yeah, it's just because not everybody is interested in that conversation, you know. I'd rather put it in a space where people. Oh, yeah, he caught him flush. I think we're donezo here. Indeed. Oh my gosh, he's gone. He's gone. The twinkle in his eye.
Sammy, very, very impressive tonight. No doubt. No doubt.
Exactly right.
He's pointing at me.
What? Wait, hold up. I'm so wrong about the commentary spot. Did he really just go all the way around the crowd? And we got Hologram lurking in the background. Yeah, no, Hologram is, I feel like, overdue a title match at this point. Bro is like 23-0 or something like that in AEW. Having been undefeated for nearly a year. Yeah, something tells me this isn't the last we've seen of Roosh and Kevin Knight, which, awesome for both of them. They're going to be in a program. Particularly Kevin Knight. I'm glad to see him continuing to have stuff going on. Yeah, agree to you. Same. When I looked at this lineup, the only one I saw, I'm like, I hope Roosh doesn't win this match. And that's not even like... That's just because I feel like he particularly did not need to win this match. I'm not going to lie. I would have liked our AR Fox to sneak the win somehow. But Kevin Knight was really where my head was. I was like, Kevin Owens just gonna keep winning all these money matches. It'd be great if that's just like his thing. When extra money's on the line, victory is his. Like Sammy, but him winning is kind of disappointing. I hear that. I'm personally not. Again, I can't say I'm disappointed, but it's just like I'm whelmed, you know. Sammy trying to challenge how maybe defend your tag titles. Yeah, like, have we had a defense since Final Battle? We had one defense on ROH TV, right? I know that was we saw the 6-man tag titles. Okay, we still got clips of Hook. I'm glad. I was low-key starting to think there was contract stuff going on. Also, like Joe's shirt there, it's a reference to the TV shows he's a part of on Peacock. I forget what it's called. You're right, Ray. That's right. They did defend against MXM. Who won? Had a phone call. No worries, fam. Sammy got the win. After Roosh and Kevin Knight fought into the back, it was academic from there. AR Fox was too worn down. He effectively got put away by Sammy Guevara. Twisted Metal shirt. Love that. Twisted Metal. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, nice. Nice. Oh yeah, Mercy. I'm glad to hear that for you.
Doesn't have the heart to stand in front of me. The John Moxley I see today doesn't have the balls to get into a ring and get into an actual firefight with a man like me. And John, come Chicago.
I'm here. I'm late, but here. Hey there, Riga. How it goes? Welcome in. Welcome in.
You turn around to run, but we know where to go. I am Samoa Joe. I will be
There it goes, fam.
AEW World Champion. And John Moxley, I will make you understand.
Honestly, both Joe and John could. I think they both have a real interesting voice for character work. How was the first 30? Fun. 'Twas quite fun. Had random entrants. Adam Cole had the Eliminator match. Toni Storm cut a fantastic promo afterwards. Heard from Mox about the upcoming Steel Cage match, and then we just got the $100,000 four-way. He is, but same thing. Wouldn't know from his booking, right? Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly it, Eric. Is like they're kind of like. You see, in my thought process is, if you're a double champion in the same promotion, we theoretically should be defending. We should be seeing you in a minimum of 2 title matches a month, and that's just not the case. Realistically, I'd say 3 to 4, but yeah. This might be a hot take, but I like Sammy so much more as a heel. No, I don't think that's a hot take at all, Eric. I think a lot of us are of the opinion that Sammy Guevara works much more naturally as a heel. He is in a phase of his life and career where being a babyface probably services him more, but I do think we're going to have heel Guevara again before long. In fact, I would not be surprised if he turns on Dustin at some point. I'll need to catch it up after. Yes, definitely a worthwhile action to watch, even if you know the results. Cool. Done a lot of work in video games. That's right, he was the voice. Can't disagree, Mercy. Personally, Brody. Myself, but yeah. No, Eric. Harley is still alive as of this moment. Toni really said, so just give him all the titles we don't care about. Don't say that. We'll have Red Velvet being beat for the women's television title before long. I kid. Does seem like the title does get a little bit of care. Curious to see how things look once ROH has 3 singles women's championships to worry about. Yeah, there's a lot of TNT champions. Joe had a good run. Yeah, Darby. I think a lot of people would consider Darby to be the best TNT champion when you look at like statistics and stuff. Most consecutive defenses, longest reign, 2-time champion. Honestly, I think he had one of the shorter reigns as well.
Tonight,
Oh,
on Collision, we want you 2 out of 3 falls. Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong, you are challenging
what is this
FTR
music?
for 2 out of 3 falls match. They are the expert of 2 out of 3 falls matches. They've beaten the Briscoes. They've beaten Bullet Club Gold.
Is this some old TBS WCW Saturday Nights music or something? Like, what's that?
I'm tired of being so nice. Tired of being so happy to be here. For too long, FTR stares at us like we're the afterthought. They've beaten you twice. They've actually beaten you 3 times. But tonight we beat you 2 falls to none. In the Paragon.
Right? I'm not against it, but it's so different. It definitely feels like a reference.
And FTR will move on to bigger and better things.
Longest reigning is Darby. Longest reigning TNT champion is Darby. That song was fun. 7, nice. I'm kind of with you, Hero. I don't think it's I don't think loyalty to WBD has anything to do with it per se. I think it's more so just ROH has to be sold as a separate product than AEW, and WBD, I can only speculate, is got their wrestling fill. They don't want any more wrestling, even if it's by the same guy. And not many other people are interested in taking up a ROH TV deal right now. My thing is, I'm not sure they're doing it wrong. You know, I think maybe getting ROH on a different streaming platform. If they could get ROH on Max, that'd be great. If they can't do that, maybe make ROH TV free on Honor Club. Put other things behind the paywall, like the pay-per-views and stuff like that. Or maybe make it a lower paid tier to just watch the weekly product. Because I think they're in this bad situation where they're writing their own prophecy of irrelevancy. It's, oh, well, we're behind a paywall, so nobody wants to watch us. So if nobody's going to watch us, then let's not put that much effort into it. So then when people watch us, they see that it wasn't worth watching. And yes, and then before you know it, there's people not watching. And they're of the impression that there won't be anything to watch. Super subtle, but I like the look of Reed's design of Penelope's. Yes. She's slowly adapting Megan's aesthetic, and I'm here for it. I love this gear. All the studs. It's my finishing move! CW Network is proof you can put on a weekly wrestling show on your website free with ads and it'll work. Yes. There you go. Like, just slap some ads on it or something and you're set. That's a great example, yo.
Saying that she had Jay's fat ass in good hands. The Megasis is about to go extinct, and that was from the jocular words of Cameron, who said that when she heard the word Megasis, she thought they discovered.
Gonna have to bow down. Oh no, yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Something tells me Megan Bayne ain't gonna be feeling no wrath.
Oh, there we go. There you go. Things off. She is persistent. She's one of the hardest workers I know. She has a mean streak to her, so let's see if she brings that out tonight.
Yeah, I think we're seeing it right now, Adam Cole.
I was just thinking that was Soraya's jacket, right? Coming back to Outcast era gears and doing that, that's adorable. Yeah, it definitely feels like an ode. It just goes to show that Soraya's grudge with some AEW fans doesn't extend to the AEW locker room. Rightfully so, but it's just cool to see.
Screaming out, feel the wrath. Harley's going to go up top. I don't think Megan Bayne saw this one coming.
No, not at all. Harley completely setting the pace. This is exactly what she needs to do. Let's see if she can keep it up.
Oh, caught. Caught. This isn't good.
In the clutch of Megan Bayne.
The strength. Man.
And then that 10-second promo. That's hilarious. So real. So real, though. I'm with you. I would like things like street fights to be billed a little more accurately. Like, please. You can. There are so many other things you can call it. Break. So someone tells me that cage match is going to be the main event of Dynamite, but then the collision will still happen afterwards. Yes, that collision will be taped Wednesday, but aired Thursday, I believe, in Albuquerque. I get that, Hex, but I think a lot of people aren't too caught up on it because, one, I'm not so certain she's going to wrestle again. I could be wrong. Nothing says she can't, but I think she's gotten her fill in that regard. Big old splash. Oof. Muscled her up for that butterfly suplex.
How can you fight, though, against an opponent with such physical dominance?
Just gotta, well, like you said, Adam, got to keep fighting. There's a jawbreaker that time.
There we go. Harley turning it around. Beautiful.
A little soul food that time. Fake to the face.
Yeah. That's actually not a bad shout, Riga. I can very much see that being the case.
Bayne almost decapitating Harley Cameron there, who certainly won't be pulling out
Very fair.
puppets anytime soon.
Very fair, Hex.
It just completely slowed the pace down. She knows she's got Harley right where she wants her.
And Harley trying to pull herself up. Pump kick. Harley spills on the outside.
Raising the apron on the way down and not pulling it right in the right place.
Harley's got enough to deal with, and Penelope on the
Just
outside.
2 punches, that's it? Okay. Sure. I was waiting for there to be more.
There you see 2 out of 3 falls coming up tonight. Oddly enough, I heard Stokely say moving on to bigger and better things, as if the Paragon wasn't big or bad enough.
Yeah, they are delusional, all 3 of them.
So it looks like Stokely and perhaps FTR are looking beyond Paragon. Heard Dax talk about his tag title aspirations, feeling that Adam Copeland had held them back in that regard. Certainly one more victory in a 2 out of 3 falls match with Paragon would jettison them towards the title opportunity.
She's just no selling the shots. She's just eating them.
Who could survive the best wrestler alive? Well, we'll find out tonight.
I think Harley needs to go for a limb. She needs to try and chop her down at the knee or something.
That was a high angle suplex there, right on the back of her neck.
She's strong, she's powerful. I know that, but fundamentally, Megan Bayne is very, very good.
She really is, and very confident. That is such a big thing, too, for wrestling. She completely believes in herself, and rightfully so. She's showing it.
You know what Henry Ford said?
What did Henry Ford say, Nigel?
Whether you can, whether you believe you can, or believe you can't, you're probably right.
Brody King, Josh
Okay.
Alexander.
Whether you believe you can or you believe you can't, you're probably right.
Those great quotes.
You are welcome. Watch out here. Oof. Oh. There's a cover.
1, 2.
Oh, good, no mercy.
Megan Bayne, you could tell the way she was looking right into the camera that time. She thought for sure it was over.
That's the resilience I'm talking about. Harley needs this, and she will.
Nice. Slam.
Got to be careful here. We talked about it earlier, didn't we? At Dynasty, Bayne's AEW Women's title match against Toni Storm. No one doubted that she had the beating of the champion. But just
Bayne's
let it
best
slip out of
moves.
her grasp. She does not want the same thing to happen with Harley Cameron.
It's my favorite manager in
Right
wrestling.
In the center of the ring. Yank her up by the hair one more time here. Scoop slam.
Got slam after slam.
Yeah, she's relentless. Megan Bayne. Just turning her back.
Yeah, I
on
think
her
it can
opponent.
be anyone.
We are coming to you live on TBS with Collision on this Saturday night from
Yeah,
Atlantic
sure.
City. Toni Schiavone, Nigel McGuinness, and the TNT champion Adam Cole. I'll join you here. It's good to have you here with us in what is going to be a grand night still to come. A 2 out of 3 fall main event, but right now, Megan Bayne having her
See, I might say Maria Kanellis, honestly.
Here comes the opening that Harley needs.
Maria Kanellis is my favorite manager.
Cameron absorbed a lot of punishment in this match, somehow held on.
No, I'm with you, Gardner. Harley's been improving a lot, and Megan Bayne is just like
Megan Bayne
a force to behold.
Harley's still fighting though. And again, look at Harley just fight and fight. Oh, no. There you go. Biting Megan Bayne looked like on the back of the neck, and now sends down Penelope. Moves out of the way. Cameron hits the ropes. Harley Cameron turns into a DDT. 1, 2.
Yo, the near fall on Megan, that was something.
That was close. I don't think there's many people in attendance that would think at this juncture.
I hear that of you.
That close to a 3 count.
Fans getting behind Harley Cameron here. Pick up. Couldn't get her.
Cameron doing a good job of blocking the suplex.
Oh, they're both jockeying for a suplex. Falcon the arrow ultimately from...
1, 2, and
Oh, but she kicked out of the deal.
That arrow just missed the heart of Harley Cameron, whose heart is still beating, much of the chagrin of Penelope Ford at ringside.
No, she's done. Just gonna put her away.
At this point.
absolutely. We've seen some impressive things from Harley Cameron, but hanging in with Megan Bayne has been the most impressive thus far in her very brief career.
Bayne was looking for Fate's descent there.
She got out of it.
Complete.
Look at her fight again. Harley Cameron taking it right to Megan Bayne.
Oh my God.
Well,
I've never seen someone hit someone with a clothesline and get knocked down as a result of it.
And didn't move. Megan didn't move an inch.
pick up.
Oh, that's it.
1, 2,
He kicked out.
it's not Harley Cameron. It's
Still in it. The crowd popped for it and everything is great.
and the fans are agree with you. Uh-oh.
Oh, you might have sealed her fate. No, no, no.
Counter. 1, 2.
The kick out.
Harley got out of Fate's descent and 1, 2. Harley's come with
You know, she should disorient her with all these pinfall attempts.
a running knee.
Huge upset on the verge here. Cameron.
It could be.
Climbing up.
Megan Bayne.
Oh, no.
Caught her in midair.
Over the top.
Picks her up.
Wow.
Here it comes. Fate's descent.
The way she lands when hitting that move.
Cover. 1, 2, 3.
I'll tell you what, Megan is dominant as ever, but great showing from Harley.
Bow down.
Great showing.
The way she has the superhero landing when she hits the move is kind of epic.
Courageous effort from Harley Cameron, who brought it to the Megasus, but ultimately the numbers and the strength of Bayne just too much for Cameron.
Megan Bayne celebrates yet another win. Her 10th win in 11 matches.
Oh, wait a second.
Yep, we're not done here.
What's the meaning of this? Come on.
Well, if one's good enough, a second's better.
Bowed. Come on, what's the deal?
Sticking up for Anna Jay, so you can see why Penelope Ford did what she did. And look,
Wait, is Anna gonna come to the rescue? Please, Anna.
Here is Anna Jay.
Anna Jay. She got
Yo, that impact, that... What is it that she's got there?
2x4 into the back of the Megasus.
and Megan Bayne turns right around. Oh, blocked it, throws it out.
Oh my god, Megan Bayne, what are you?
And watch out, Penelope from behind. And Megan Bayne will join her on the floor.
Your turn, let's go.
This is
Yo, Megan stands down to no one. And how are we doing? Hey there, Josh. How it goes? Doing pretty swell. Show has been excellent thus far. Vibes are great. How about yourself? How you doing? Definitely got ourselves a tag match on the way. Look at this women's division program that has nothing to do with the title. Love this. Love this a lot. Alrighty, y'all. Let's take a quick break. Grab your water, stretch your legs. Be right back about 3 minutes. Alrighty, I am back. What if I wanted to stretch my water and drink my legs? I mean, like, you couldn't do whatever, but I'm pretty sure you need those things to walk. And also, I imagine the liquefaction process, like your own legs, hard one to get to go.
Collision live on a Saturday night on TBS from Atlantic City. What a night it's been, and what a night we still have to come as we send you back to the ring for our next matchup.
Oh, by the way, y'all, please do drop a thumbs up if you're more in here since oh, Mox is still out here. We're still messing people up. But yeah, thumbs up, all that stuff. Thumbs up, bells on. Check out the secondary channel. We got New Japan in 6 hours. Sorry, 4 hours. Welcome back, Rhea. Is that the Shafirinator? Instead of a chair with a spinning back kick, it's just briefcase with a teep. Put it in my hand, and then snatches it out of her hand. Okay. Miss Harley deceased. That was effectively it. Oh, Anna came out, hit Megan Bayne with a 2x4. Megan Bayne no-sold it, but then got tossed over the top rope by her own momentum and was kind of held back by Penelope.
Samoa Joe, I heard what you said. Let
me ask you a question. What exactly is it? I don't understand. Just what the hell is it, Joe, that I don't understand?
Whole ass 2x4. Fully could have called her Anna Duggan.
Are you gonna explain it to me inside of a steel cage, Joe? What are you gonna do? You're gonna kick my ass?
Why is the belt in the case, bro? Because you want to see it, and he doesn't want to give you what you want.
Are you dealing with me? Think Samoa Joe's gonna kick my ass?
Might have been a 2x6, to be honest, but yep.
I have faced all the supposed baddest men in this business, all of them, all shapes and sizes, every organization in every country, name one. And they all said the same things you're saying, Joe. And they were thinking the same things you're thinking, Joe, until they weren't. I know the moment it happens every time. I can feel the moment it happens every time when they realize they don't want to be here anymore. When they stop trying to win and they start trying to survive. When they realize
Makes sense. I
they're
missed
not
that part.
a chess
All
match,
good.
they're in a war. And the difference
I totally get it.
so on May 14th, it's gonna be both.
A lot of people were like, I don't care if that's the reason I don't like it. So I totally get that mentality.
Nothing less. You think I don't want to get into a real firefight? I got news for you, brother. Just look at your partners. We've been in a firefight this whole time.
Ooh, look at that match right there. Samoa Joe versus Claudio Castagnoli. This is not a drill. I repeat, this is not a drill. Let that match happen. Oh my God.
Well, John Moxley. Short to the point, and you know what? There's very much concern in his voice. I don't think there's any question about that.
Give him 30 minutes, 100%.
Well, gentlemen, it's been quite a night here. So
Adam Cole really is on commentary the full night. Something tells me this is going to play into the main event.
But this Wednesday,
Pride Month isn't this month, my friend. Pride Month is June.
that'll be live on TBS from Detroit.
Still appreciate the sentiment, though.
We've seen, though, what the Death Riders are capable and what they will do to stop anybody getting the AEW World Title from
Give him 30 minutes. No, like, actually, though.
Speaking of getting stopped, let's take it back to last week, and it was RPG Vice engaging in a little bit of Vice, taking on the Outrunners backstage. Let's take a look at some of this.
Roppongi Vice.
Rocky Romero.
This look that Rocky has got going on, it's just, I said it this morning during the New Japan stream. Bro, fully, oh!
After what we just saw, I understand there's something you'd like to say to Trent Beretta and Rocky Romero.
Yeah, I got something to say. Trent, Rocky, I understand you're a little upset.
Yo, those shirts! I need them.
Maybe we get a little loud sometimes. Maybe we flex a little hard sometimes.
Bro's got some ink!
Spin a little fast sometimes. So what I'm thinking, Truth Magnum, is you, Rocky, you, Trent, you want to be the physical type, huh? Well, how about the Outrunners get a little bit physical with you? What do you think, Truth Magnum? Let's settle this where it counts. Because when you're face to face with the Outrunners, Turbo, some are scared to death. Oh, but some, Truth Magnum, are scared to live.
I love that. These guys are genuinely great. There's this weird thing in pro wrestling where you can go from being one-dimensional to four-dimensional as a character. And, like, they did it. I couldn't explain it to you better than that. Sorry if it doesn't make sense. But, yeah, they're just, like, they live the gimmick so much that they dimensionalized it in ways one would not fathom. Megan Bayne has been a powerhouse. Oh, yeah, no, Megan Bayne is a unique. She's one of one. I think you're only a few weeks old. 100%. You saw how shiny it was. And not for nothing, they haven't performed in a while, which would explain why he has gotten, which would explain the amount of time to get it and then heal. Well, Adam Booth points. Well, he already got his appearance points. Let's say he won't be getting any more points for anybody until the main event, assuming he's still there. No, I hear you, but I think it's been like less than a month since they've competed. If I'm not mistaken, they're still active in the pool, for example. The idea being that since then, he has gotten the ink and he is since been cleared for action. Yeah, we're in surpassed the 15 minutes of fame. I think they made it through that and showed they are more. Yes, yes, Darth. That's an excellent way of putting it. It's hard at this point to say that they're just a meme, because they have transcended meme status. Very different acts. Not saying that they're at the level that he is, but in a similar way to Hook. Hook for like a year and a half was a meme. He just stood out there in a hoodie, but you had people being like, "Send Hook! Oh shit, there's a brawl. Send Hook. Oh, he'll wipe the floor with them." And then one time you actually send Hook and you choke somebody out. It was like, what? Hold on. And then he actually has a match and he's excellent in the kind of thing. It's like the Outrunners have, in their own way, outlived the meme that they were. That's a cute one. Bike heading to Matt with no ride for my well-being. Why friend shaped? Ray is asking the real questions, though. Why is this match friend shaped? Even Josh Alexander's singlet is a very friendly blue. I don't know how else to put it than that. Wait. Never mind. I'd rather not bring attention to that. Bro looks like he slipped and fell in a puddle, though. I will say that.
Professional Josh Alexander, he's been called the walking weapon. Almost catching a...
Caught a bit of an elbow, didn't catch the second one. Feeling out process here between these two lads. I want to say it's a battle of hybrid heavyweights. I guess you couldn't really call Brody King a hybrid, but he has some versatility to his repertoire. Let me try to say something with my drink. It is very friendly, right? It's like nice job. I was like, no, you don't seem to understand what you just did with that chop.
The best way is to find yourself within that ring. So I'm sure all the matches that Josh has had as he's continued to fight and prevail and show how good he really is, even after coming back from an injury like that, that's where the confidence comes from.
Alexander wearing that headgear to protect his ear. Had a cauliflower ear that had to have operated on, believe it or not.
Had surgery, had that neck surgery back in 2015.
Oh, that's a receipt.
It's been a great night, fans. Thank you for being with us here on TBS. And guess what? We're going to be on TBS once again next week. We've got Collision live on a...
Oh, and it's going to be on TBS again.
That's right, a special night next Thursday, 8/7 Central from Detroit. Collision on TBS and Max. Hope you will join us at that time.
It's just a this week thing, EO. It seems like when he did the entrance earlier that it was just to go to commentary eventually. But yeah, it was kind of a surprise. I didn't realize that's what he was doing until I heard his voice. Also, catch into DVD. That's next level. That was a hard impact.
And with his history, with his neck, that cannot be good.
No, not at all. And Brody's going to take full advantage of that. Oh, he's such a hard hitter. You're right inside now with Brody and Josh Alexander. Camera's right in close. Alexander's going to hit the ball, go to the top.
Out into the people.
Brody King, one half of the Hounds of Hell. Buddy Matthews. The leash, of course, held by Julia Hart.
Is that
suplex now on the
a quota of one boom that they had to meet, right? Like, we just had to have him come out to the end. All right, guys, there you go. I did the thing. All right, bye. So imagine it's like 9:37 on a Dynamite, and they're like, oh, wait, that's right. 1 second, y'all. It hit his music. He just trotting out. Hey, yeah, what's up, guys? Boom. All right, and then trots back out. Like, oh, no, I love that thought. I want that to be real now, right?
Yes, we have. Brody, once he gets the man down, likes to take that running start.
280.
Yeah, Garner, those two are going to beat the piss out of one another in the best way possible. Oh,
That was smart, man.
very smart from Alexander. Just kind of gave into his fatigue there to fall out of position.
Off the chair.
Oh, he's got the leg of Brody. There you go.
You want another break the barricade? The LED screen specifically would be gnarly.
Himself to get back in the ring. Josh Alexander buying some time.
That'd be a lot of impacts, but sure enough, these two lads can make it happen.
Combine that with something, he made a mistake.
I thought Josh was going to maybe be able to turn it around there, but once again, a forearm to the face changes everything from Brody.
It looked like Josh was trying to go in the ring. Maybe that would have been the smart move.
Yo, that's right. That was his tag team with Ethan Page, right?
The leg again here.
The leg.
And now raking the eyes, the nose, the mouth, the face, and
Yeah, no, Josh Alexander has really built up a strong and passionate fan base over the years that I constantly hear from. So I love seeing this for them. And of course for him.
around that time, didn't he?
Why is this match so gross? Because they beat the piss out of people, and they happen to be facing each other.
Tying up the knee in the middle rope underneath the bottom rope.
Yeah? Okay, bet. All right. Wasn't sure if that was it or not.
Josh Alexander.
Because I think Josh Alexander was also a part of one other tag team, right?
King feeling the effects of the damage
Worry
to
about
the
that
left
neck
knee
breaker.
and ankle as well. Talking of ankles, Cole, how's your ankle feeling? Is it 100% or is there still some question there?
No, I feel 100%. You know, I make sure it's good and taped up and I'm properly warmed up, but in that ring, I feel good. I feel better than I've ever felt.
Yeah, put that over, buddy. The last thing you want to do is have somebody get into a match with you and put that ankle at the test, you know? Ready to show up in Murder Max tonight. Yeah, he didn't show up to help the Death Rider, so now I'm wondering where Jack Perry sits. I want to see him do stuff.
Josh Alexander is just pounding Brody on the mat.
Damn. Brody's making him look like $1 million right now.
On the sides of Brody King, down on the mat and hurting this way.
Exactly. You got to win the way you can.
Don Callis, conspicuous by his absence here. From what I understand, he was banned from Atlantic City.
That doesn't surprise me.
Any truth to that, Tony?
I don't know anything about Don Callis. Thank you very much.
Okay.
I don't know anything about Don Callis. I don't know him. Tony Schiavone out here like, that's my purse.
Josh Alexander, meanwhile,
Pro's really taking advantage of that 4 count. There's that straight right hand. It was so funny for me for some reason.
here, but still tied up in the ropes. Josh
It's like, hey, I know this is a wrestling match, but
King, as you mentioned,
like that was, I don't know, that was just hilarious.
off his feet.
Yeah, getting your knee worked over not only affects your speed, but your
The way he
balance.
tried to give him an Iggy, like, careful, don't like crush Rensburg's hand.
When you're a man the size of Brody King, your knees oftentimes are the weakest point of the body. They're carrying so much weight for all of your life.
Tried an up kick that time, did Brody, to get on his feet. He is back on his
Ooh.
feet here.
Hold up, get Darth a chef hat.
Slug that time, just rocks the head.
Love this. Hounds of Hell and Hurt Syndicate would be a great
Josh
program.
Alexander is such a phenomenal professional wrestler. I don't know if he should try to slug it out with Brody.
But also Cole versus Jay White. I mean, I think all of us would love to see Jay White in a world title program, but that is a little more believable given the landscape right now. That being said, if Jay White returns to chase Mox,
That Josh Alexander
well,
has done to his
I don't
knee
want to say that because that would imply that Mox holds the title after All In.
That's the question. Alexander's slow to get up as well. You can tell what type of match we've had. And as we mentioned before, not surprisingly, it's what we expected. Saturday Night Wrestling Phillips returns. It's great to have you with us live. We are at Collision, and we are with you on a Saturday night from Atlantic City. Toni Schiavone, Nigel McGuinness, the TNT champ Adam Cole has joined us, and we are seeing a hard-hitting physical matchup. Gentlemen, just like we expected.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. What a battle this has been.
It's gone back and forth. King started out very strong.
Going for it.
Alexander turned things
He wanted to
around,
get that
working on the
big
left
superplex, but
leg
great to
of King.
counter is Alexander.
Decision. Hanging literally in the balance.
Now,
Oh, no way.
can Josh Alexander put Brody on his back? My God, he did. The fans respond to this short string by Josh Alexander, but Brody got away.
Wasn't able to follow up, but unbelievable strength. By Josh
Absolutely.
Alexander.
Oh my God. Let's go.
Again, slugging, I'm not so sure you can go
He's
toe-to-toe
got some
with Brody.
heavy hands.
Ego on the part of Josh Alexander. He wants to try to show he can stand up with a man the size of Brody King. By the looks of things, I don't think he can.
He tried to chop and then just went down on hands on knees that time, and Brody holding on. Brody King, and a fourth one for good measure.
He wasn't holding his hand. Josh Alexander will be on the mat right now.
Yep.
King wants to apply
Honestly
more
true.
pressure, more punishment.
He just yanked his hand from his grip. What?
It's coming down.
Yeah, Alexander wants it.
Show of defiance by Josh Alexander.
Yo, they was so cool for a second. And Brody King said, "Hold on, do you not know who I am?"
What they say,
If a chop could bark.
Right back to that leg.
Absolutely. Head of steam. That time to hit the ropes again. Will Josh?
Pecking him down. Oh, that second kick was so nasty.
He's gonna try to hoist up.
Y'all ever wondered what two fighters just
He does.
fighter jets colliding looked like?
No.
What a matchup this has been.
Saturday Night Fighter Jets Collision.
There is no try. Josh Alexander.
Great match. Agreed, Garner.
Strength. Taking the big man down and slamming him in the center.
Fans are with this one. Take a look at the crowd we have
Be-
coming to you from Atlantic City.
Non-AEW fans be like, "What's the point of this match?"
On Thursday on
Y'all,
television,
this is it.
Live
It's a fucking banger match.
tonight. Big back body drop.
Which
Backdrop.
the winner of benefits from for being able to say they won that banger ass match.
Foot got up.
Coupled with being able to do that a few more times. Nice black hole slam.
1, 2. Couldn't
Bam.
keep him away.
I'd like a title shot,
The match
please.
still goes on.
Clearly, King troubled by his left knee and ankle. A little bit distracted there as he reached back for the leg, but hold on.
Pick up.
Yo.
Couldn't complete the power
I think he was going for that Gonzo bomb.
The back elbow.
Yeah, the way he spins and falls.
German using the right.
Understand that the point of a match can be the match. Yep.
The right.
Ooh.
The left. He never saw coming.
These two are throwing bombs. Wow.
What's the point? Y'all,
Bryce Remsburg
they hit really hard. What happens when two dudes who hit really hard face each other?
barely pushing himself up. Josh Alexander to a seated position up into the corner.
No, really.
Justified chant erupts around the arena.
Cannonball. 1, 2. Not
Kick
done
out.
yet.
Still in it.
Deep hook of a leg, but look what Alexander does immediately.
Because fight good. Literally.
For Brody knocks the wind completely out of you. So I don't blame Josh getting up to the ropes as soon as possible.
Trying to hook on the ropes.
Oh, he.
At his adversary here and now.
Bro's about to snatch hairless Josh Alexander bald.
Oh boy,
Brody King has had enough.
Up on top.
looking for a superplex.
He wants that superplex, and he's going to get it.
If we can see
Or
it coming,
is he?
perhaps Alexander can as well.
Alexander got to the top. Turnbuckle. Both men are up top.
Yo, top rope, tippy top suplex. Let's go.
To stop Brody King from getting his way.
Avalanche superplex from the top.
That's not what Avalanche Super. Okay, I'll let it be.
Listen and watch this impact.
Driving the body and driving all the wind out of the chest and lungs of the walking weapon.
And I would think banging up and battering some organs on the way as well. Forearm shots, Josh Alexander, Brody King.
Minutes have gone by. 1 minute remaining.
What?
Hitting the time limit. Alexander's going to want to try to finish this one quickly.
Absolutely, but how can you finish it
Has this
quickly?
match been going on that long?
Submission potential
Bounced.
damage.
You. No, you're so right. Oh,
Nigel,
It's right there.
that hurt. That hurt so bad.
The guy to say, I told you so.
ankle lock is on,
But I told you so.
and he drops back. Brody got to his feet. My God, he got to his feet. He wound of an ankle lock. I've seen it all now. German suplex.
Still up.
Time.
Within the last minute.
Ooh. Big ass lariat. Gonzo bomb.
He's going to Gonzo bomb. No.
There it is.
5, 4,
Oh, but that knee.
2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, the time limit has expired.
Let's go.
This match is a draw.
Well, a vociferous reaction from the fans at ringside, but neither competitor.
That's what I was wondering. Like, was it? It doesn't feel like it was but a 20-minute match, you know? Draw and continue the program. That's not this match.
No doubt. What an effort.
5 more minutes. Oh, wait.
Watch out. Here he goes.
Brody with the tope.
Brody takes care of both.
Looks like Brody's not done.
Clearly, Brody King wants more action.
He breaks through security and now working on Lance Archer.
Another member of the Don Callis family.
Yes, Arthur. Everybody wins.
On top of Lance Archer.
Everybody comes out of this match looking better.
Archer can't see.
The whole ass stack. Oh, that hurt. Not that massive humanity. Just crushing Lance Archer.
Referees are going to come. We can see him to our left coming down to try to restore some order here.
Good luck slowing down Brody King.
Oh, no.
Lance gets clipped.
There you go. I take back my words. Lance Archer, Josh Alexander, making Don Callis a very happy man.
And now threatening the referees. Lance Archer has broken loose here.
Hex calling for chaos. In other words, Hex being Hex.
Josh Alexander, hopefully the referees can restore some order as we take a look at one of the great young tag teams in AEW, Crew.
It was inevitable that the story ended
Spikes.
the way that it did, with Top Flight landing flat on their faces. We're not in AEW to waste our time. And any more time spent on y'all is a waste
I hear that.
of time. Listen, we tried to walk away. drift
You know
off
you've
into the
won.
sunset,
Yeah.
But you two children couldn't handle being without us. You couldn't stand watching us look at you through the rearview mirror. We hope that you two learn your lesson. And that lesson being you should fear Crew. Because you're either Crew or your enemy.
Okay. Investing in this tag team, they are. Look who's here.
Atlantic City, you are looking
2025 record 0-10.
wrestler alive.
Time limit, people are crying out for more. That's ridiculous. Yes. Because it's so easy to hear people be like,
You people,
oh, this match goes on too long.
a 15-minute
Nah.
time limit draw.
Oh, it was 15-minute time limit. That makes sense. That makes more sense.
Thinking,
But yeah, it is usually standard 20. Honestly, if I had heard it was a 15-minute time limit draw, I would have anticipated the time limit draw a little more, but I'm glad I didn't. Ooh, Darth. On to something here.
5 minutes on the clock.
Okay.
And before my
Oh, no.
victim comes out for this
Whoever comes out here is about to beat him in that time, aren't they?
here in AC to prove that you're not just a bunch of drunk, degenerate tourists.
Mac's gonna die in 5 seconds.
And I want you to do my chant correctly.
Correct. What is correctly?
Let's go, Max. You're the best wrestler alive. Let's go, Max.
He's laughing so hard because they immediately picked it up.
Glides off the tongue, doesn't it?
Oh boy, fans are kind of getting what they stand here now. But on the other end, Max better get with the
Pants? Let me see the pants. Missing them.
I like full participation, and that was not that. I hope you could do better next time we're in town. But let's get
Go
down
answer
to
with a beer.
business.
That's who you called them drunks. Is hilarious. She said, girl, I know.
With the best wrestler alive.
All right, let's see who it's going to be.
Yes.
Look who it is.
He is stomping mad, but he said anybody, right? Adam Cole, anybody can come out of the locker room.
DG on top. Yellow is back. Oh no.
Garcia, what a great choice.
Answering the challenge from Buffalo, New York, weighing 187 pounds, Daniel Garcia.
Yellow is back. No.
Our last match went 15-minute time limit. Let's see if Garcia can last 5 minutes here with a
He's got 2 draws on his collision record this year alone. Y'all, the way they do draws so often in AEW, and I've like, you don't realize it, you know? I appreciate that. Because I remember when they established time limit draws and all that stuff in early AEW, there's so many people online being like, this isn't going to last. This concept is retired. It's old. It's predictable. It's not good. And here it is happening so seamlessly, seemingly week in and week out.
Well, Max Caster, what he can do is just put in the deep freeze here and see if he can just take the punishment because.
Right, shit gear like that. Yeah, bro, probably grabbed the wrong gear.
Thank you, Nigel. You gotta keep
20 seconds gone.
Would you stop it, please?
Yeah, somebody needs to tap out to it. It's been a minute since they have, right?
Side ropes that is. Pick up.
Swinging neck breaker, so smooth.
Swinging neck breaker, Daniel Garcia. There you
Careful. Ooh, he's been coupling a lot in that area.
Able to survive 35 with the best wrestler alive. Seconds, that is.
Okay.
See, what is this all about? The time ticking away there.
John Woo drop kick.
Going for a pile driver? Fucking pile driver. Okay.
1, 2, 3.
In a minute. In a minute. This is great.
Well, he's gonna get the microphone here.
FTR.
Oh my.
I agree. I just handled my business. You guys handles yours tonight, and I'm gonna talk to you after.
Well, how about that from Daniel Garcia?
Okay. Somebody tells me we're going to be seeing Danny a little bit later on tonight.
Talk to you afterwards. To FTR. That match is still to come.
Yeah, he's had a lot of cupping done in that area. I'm sure that's for a legitimate reason, but it kind of goes well with the storyline aspect of he got that crunch pile driver from
I've got Bayne
FTR.
here along with Anthony Bowens, the pride of the
It's a
wrestler.
cut from Caster to Bowens.
AEW's 5-tool player, the perfect combination of power, athleticism, intelligence, the look, and the it factor. And I am here, Lexi, in my home state of New Jersey, to tell you that I intend to use all 5 tools to climb my way to championship gold. Doesn't that sound great, Lexi?
It does, Darth. It does not. It's not the most complimentary look.
All I'm hearing is blah, 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 blah.
Hey.
Hey, look,
let's be real for a second. You may have beat me.
5 TV. Nothing to do with Shane Taylor.
But those people didn't talk about Anthony Bowens beat Blake Christian. Nah. They left saying Anthony Bowens got outshined by Blake Christian.
Sure, buddy. Sure, buddy.
Anthony, I want you to listen very, very closely. Because I do mean this with all the disrespect in the world. I believe that I am 150% better than you. And after watching my boy, Vanilla Baby, soften you up, I know exactly how to put you down.
Outshine the 5-2 player. That's not a thing. And you believe that you are...
That's not a thing.
Then the 5-2 player, the pride of professional wrestling, then step up. Step up and get your ass mollywopped by the 5-2 player. Anytime, anywhere, pal. Let's get out of here. Bye-bye.
That kind of acting, but a segment back to back with Toni had me thinking, right? I personally did not have the same thought, but I can see that working. And Shoddy baby. Agreed. Yeah, and for clarity, in case anybody's been wondering, because I just found out in the last like 24 hours or so, EJ Nduka's contract was not renewed with AEW. That's why he just kind of stopped appearing, and they silently put together this new team instead. Guess they just felt that they didn't want to renew his contract, which is saying something, because you had Tony Khan on a call just a few months back putting over their heel turn and how much he looks forward to the growth of that team. I threw a little bit of music in. Kind of went off on Twitter. Yeah, no, but that I think that was after his contract was already not renewed. I mean, he did appear at the Heels Have Eyes show during the Collective, so there is that. Hot streak continues. Yes, sir. Something tells me this Gates match won't be too long. Yeah, it's just gonna warm us up for the main. Seeing the growth of this year in AEW. I think I said it earlier, Kevin Knight. Seeing where he is come the end of the year is going to be a very interesting thing, you know. Oh, wow, EO in the same base, you know. The sack routes are looking more and more viable. Yup, Rika. Hear that. I'm feeling like an accessory to Moxley and Desperators. Hey, you hear that? There's a chance with this pure tournament, I think, over on ROH. The victims' opponents are ready in the ring. Yep.
There are worse things in life than death. When it's been on the baddest apple on the tree, and it made it. Abandon all hope. Brian Keith and Big Bill. Agony!
Okay, Bishop. Who's got such a menacing laugh?
A tough night
FBI?
Big Bill and Brian Keith, who recently,
What?
figuratively at least, took aim at the gates of Agony, trying to win back some faith with Chris Jericho.
Ooh, that release German. Like, but goddamn, Toe is a monster for a bit. Yeah, you see, that's so funny, right? And I think most people would expect it to be the other way around, just because Bishop has the more conventional look. But I don't know. Toa has something special about him. I'm a fan of both for different reasons, though, ultimately. Which is why I like this team, and I kind of don't want to see them split up. I want to see, if they're going to be in singles action, I want it to be one of those in two divisions situations, you know? The pounds over the rope. Damn, that's an exclamation point. Ain't no period. That's a interesting comparison, sure. Yeah, I do enjoy them a lot.
Why would you pick a fight with these men?
All the way up. What is that stance from Toa just then? I'm not gonna lie though, I'm liking this sarcasm from Gates. Reminder, they're baby faces. After the double turn with the aforementioned Lee J back in Final Battle. Earth Syndicate. The Stamps, yep, he died. Like, well, damn. Agreed, Darth. They were great in ROH, but I think here in AEW they do well. Okay, let's go. Okay. They are humored, and they're going to humor them. Something tells me this isn't going to go as well as they'd like it, but they had themselves a solid warm-up for this fight, so might as well. Yep, through the face side.
Let's take a look at what's happening on Wednesday on Dynamite. Jamie Hayter.
Yes, there you go. There's a lot of space. Yes, Jamie Hayter sits down. Yes, let's hear from more from Jamie, please, yo.
Swerve Strickland in the ring, ready, but a vicious attack from behind, turning things around, but the Young Bucks would not be sent so quietly into the night. EVP Trigger taking down the former AEW World Champion.
And that brings us to this. Swerve Strickland, Speedball, Mike Bailey, Mark Briscoe in a trios match coming up.
Dynamite's looking pretty. Again, this match. Oh, my heart, this match. Two ships passing in the nights for years. We're wearing the Danielson merch for real. More party matches. Honestly, add Ricochet to the Elite. I'm so serious when I say that. I'm not too quick to be like, add this person to this faction, add this person to that faction. Ricochet in the Elite just works. If they're going to be staying a heel act, there's no reason to not bring him in. Hell yeah. We'll start with you. However, I will be right back, y'all. Excuse me. And that's it. All right, y'all, as we head into the main event, final call for the thumbs up. It's the quickest, easiest, most free way to support us here at WatchMania. Also, do subscribe to our secondary Watchalong channel if you're interested in New Japan and or GCW. We do GCW over there sometimes, mainly New Japan, though, including the show in just about 4 hours. Pinned in the chat and linked in the description below. If you could help us out, that'd be very much appreciated, y'all. And, of course, subscribe here if you haven't already. And there it is. I appreciate there was no jump, no ambush. They just waited for them to show up and started fighting. I was so expected for it to be like the gates looking around, and then from behind, bam. Oh. Why'd you kick the bear? Was that the third gate?
This turned into a fight. What? Who's that? I have no idea, but it's a local competitor.
Street fight incoming. At the very least, parking lot brawl. Oh, that hurt.
Poor guy.
We're staring it off, are we? How'd we find a pizza pan here?
Against the grill of that AEW truck, it's going nuts in the backstage area. And the fight continues.
Oh. Oh, they're still fighting.
2 to 3 falls. And Agony with the announcement.
You know, some local competitor.
Accompanied by Stokely at a combined weight of 443 pounds, Dex the Axe and Cash Wheeler, FTR.
Well, I've said it many times.
Yo, their theme's remixed.
I do not get the alliance with Stokely, with the exception of Stokely is their agent.
Sounds different, doesn't it?
That for their betterment,
Or is it just me?
but he's also a snake in the grass. And maybe more than anything else, that's why they've aligned themselves with Stokely.
I don't understand
Something
a
like
lot
that
of things
FTR,
about
sure.
what FTR is doing. They really are one of the best tag teams in the world, and now have just lost all the respect in the world for it.
And you see Dax pointing out this way. I'm not sure if he was pointing at you, Adam, or me, or you, Tony, but either way, Dax the Axe is ready for a fight with anyone.
Yes, I love that they're coming out to this theme.
Let's go back to the ring with the other team in the
Bit more droning, but in a good way. Yeah, make no mistake, good change. But yeah. I love this shot. Yeah, no, I like the new Paragon colors. Because Paragon, when they give it this red and white accent to a predominant blue, I don't know. Feels like quasi superhero in a way. Not that that's their vibe necessarily, but like logo and aesthetics, logo and aesthetic wise. Better than yellow, yes. Really? I might actually have to cop that. I drink. It's not Ric Flair's thing. But whatever I want, caffeine. To each their own. But if you're like me who consumes way too much caffeine for his own good, it might be in your best interest. That kick would have took his head off. Is this JCW ass shit? Yeah, Cash got some new ink at some point too. Oh, don't try and play this chop game with Roddy. Just getting off work, watching replay when you get home. Hell yeah. Good to hear, man. Shouts out to you, John. Hope work was good to you. And safe travels home. There's some of those chops. Agreed, Riga. The thing is, those comedic elements aren't gone. They're just being reserved for, more timely manners. More timely affairs. Huh. Somebody shouted something. Comedy's a good one done right. Agreed. Nice, the hammerlock sweep combo. Turn that into an armbar. It's beautiful knee combo with the gut and then the Shining Wizard. You're in Nagi back break. You're in the PK combo. Oof. Cash came in a little recklessly for his own good. That chop to the titty. And then the drop. Oof. Paragon running it. Big ass stomp. And they got to give it up for the first fall. Agreed, Riga. If they're going to go through the whole trouble of changing the name, look, and theme song, then I'm glad it's showing to be for the better. They're kind of tapping into those things that people love. Oh! Wow. That was close. He was so close to hitting that fan. Chops causing nipples to fly everywhere. Hell, it was a souvenir to take home, though. It was like 14 minutes early. I know. I also forgot it was a 2 out of 3 falls until a minute and a half ago, where I was like, wow, I kind of forgot this was the case. Paul Turner, too good at catching things. Casual 7 foot 300-pound audience. I want Big Bill to be walking by. Just look him up and down. Now you can't teach that and keep on going. Huge, you a wrestler? I don't think so. Sometimes people are just fans, you know? I think we're jumping to conclusions there, Eric. Maybe in her 5th reign. And even then, that's being very hopeful and taking a lot of... making a lot of assumptions, right? Taking a lot of assumptions. Nice. Vaulting elbow. Yeah, Dakota Kai, I think, would be a lot of fun in the TV title scene in ROH. Damn, now I just imagined a program with Red Velvet. That could be fun. Meanwhile, those stomps were absolutely gnarly. May or may not have been trying to cave dude's chest in. That didn't look like that. That looked like a tap, but I know it wasn't. Smart by Strong there. Saw it coming. Yes, Riga. It's so fun. Like, actually fighting while it still looks like pro wrestling, you know? And I feel like that's a very hard area to land in. You know, it's funny. I see a lot of people ask this question. Who would you build a promotion around? Kyle O'Reilly. I'd want the whole promotion style to in some way take from his philosophy. I'm not saying every single wrestler wrestle like Kyle O'Reilly. I'm saying the philosophy he brings. Like, I'd want him to be like hosting meetings with the roster, being like, all right, make sure to do this, this, and that during your matches. You see, Leroy, I think that seems the case now, but within the next 6 months, she'll be brought back to WTV, be given some sort of push, and then it'll be like, so you're going to stay now, right? And I think she might. Oh, stacking FTR. Let's go. Still, they hate that Kyle gets. Man is a wrestler's wrestler. Yes, and he has so much personality. And you know it to be true, because I feel like if you have a pro wrestler in this day and age who just wears trunks, and you can recognize them in a lineup, like immediately, which you can with Kyle O'Reilly, winner. Like half of my answer. Kyle, FTR, and Darby, and Hangman. Hear that. I hear that. I got this one hair dangling, and it's messing with me. The chair caved in. That's why you don't sit in a working chair. Oh! Yo, the distance was epic. Nah. The way he cleared almost 10 feet and landed safely on top of 2 people, but landed safely? Welcome to Air KOR. Landed about as safely as he could for somebody who had a neck fusion he was out 2 years for. You just said the chair collapse. Sucks for you. Nowhere to go when I hit. That was Pop Tat. The good question. That's going back a minute. I'm looking for it myself. Oh, who are you looking forward to most seeing the growth of this year in AEW? There was X, but regardless, Zeba's here now. That's the point of the go check is to, yeah, is to get to for people to show that they're here. At the audio low, all good. No worries, fam. Oh, we're fucking. No. You're all good, Cam. No need. I mean, the question was, who do you see most improving in AEW this year? But yeah. Oh, that's the one. Yeah. Ooh. The big blue strap on the back of the tracksuit. Yeah, I'm not sure myself. Now that you bring it up, I couldn't tell you. Nick Wayne. Ooh, that's a shout. Yeah, his tracksuit is custom made to him. It says Big Stoke on it. I just don't get it. I wonder if it's like a reference to somebody. Like maybe somebody wore a similar tracksuit that he looks up to. Bald. Feel so Collision. Yes. Collision really has carved out its own identity. It's the wrestlers. It's the wrestling fans' wrestling show. Yeah, I think back to, funny enough, FTR versus Bullet Club Gold. Damn, they had such epic matches, actually, now that I think about it. Hyperextending. Yeah, it's weekly Collision. Nice. Got him with a running knee. Beautiful combo every single time. Chris. Chris O out here gifted. Lyle strike combos are legendary. Y'all, it's a good time to remind you to make sure your YouTube settings let you accept memberships, because Chris out here gifted them. Thank you so much for gifting the 10 memberships once again. Ashley, you always come through just your love bombing self. Shouts out to Nathan Levy, who received one of the gift memberships. Damn YouTube. Kick out. Just the one. Boo. I know. That's why it's like, this is why y'all want to make sure you got your settings so you can accept them. But yes, please do like the stream. Strike combo to throw to the... Just Kyle things. Yep. Kyle O'Reilly versus DSJ. I'd love this. Gives 10 YouTube. Can't carry this 0. No, like, actually, though. I'm trying to do a lifelong channel with all the memberships they're hoarding at this point. Oh, Shadow Machine! Oh, the bounce. Kyle was sent packing, too. And there it is. Evened it up. Overrun on Collision. Hoarding. Whoring. Damn it. What? That's anticlimactic. Oh, right. 2 out of 3 falls again. They're doing so good at making us forget about that stipulation. Oh. Shoved out of the way. Good counter. No, but we got Cash right there. It's got the cover. Waving it off because the foot was on the rope by the time the 3 hit. Ooh. What was the same? That just actually shows how invested he is in this space. He's tapping, but he's not the legal man. Oh, the roll up in the trunks. Kick out, though. Shadow Machine. Oh. And there it is. Oh. Damn. Gosh, if you can't escape this fear. You bet your eyeballs look vulnerable. Yep. Go handle your business, and I'll see you after. Bro's got the towel on. DG for the ops? Okay. 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 That trios match is so good looking. Collision's gonna be live on Thursday again, y'all. Still going to have a regular AEW Dynamite ROH Collision lineup. Just 2 of them are happening on Thursday back to back. Yes, y'all, that was Collision. Thank you so much to everybody who's hung out this evening. This show has been excellent. I really dig how they find a way to do that. Just kind of seemingly throw a card together last minute on the last day and then delivers. Danny's fight the world attitude. Yeah. Danny's gonna go so far. Alrighty, y'all. Please do drop a thumbs up. If you have not done so already, double check. Make sure you have. Make sure that bell's always on for notifications. Of course, y'all, we're going to be going live in about 3.5 hours over on the secondary channel, WM+. So if you're interested in some New Japan, check it out. If you're not interested in New Japan, do us a favor. Please subscribe to that channel. Help it get a little bit more traction. But otherwise, that's it from me, y'all. Next time we'll be live on this channel is going to be Wednesday come Dynamite. So until next time, take care and happy wrestling. Peace.